During the tantrums, it was a lot of different emotions.
Being a 6-year-old child, it was hard to imagine that he was able to create a lot of destruction, but I remember him saying, "Say goodbye to your son," and he was about to jump out a window. So I obviously stopped him from doing that and called the doctor.
Franny began to exhibit some acute anxiety. She had shut down, and she described it to us at one point like she felt to go to school, to walk through the door, she had to put a concrete canister around herself, with little slits for eyes.
There was so much dread, there was so much fear. It was something that I had never felt before.
I know we had 2 formal evaluations done at kind of 2 pretty reputable places, at least 3 doctors locally. He was on at least 20 medications.
By the time we came to the Child Mind Institute, I don't think we had a whole lot of confidence in any approach.
When I went in to talk to Dr. Millam, I said, "I just want to tell you right now, I don't really think any doctor knows what they're talking about." He was like, "Okay." And I said, and I had it all typed up, I said, "Here's all the diagnoses he's had, here's all the medications he's been on, and I really am starting to think, do any of these people really know what they're talking about, or did they just guess, or how does this actually work?"
Psychiatry is the only branch of medicine without tools to guide clinicians in diagnosing and treating illness. And that's what we're trying to change. At the Child Mind Institute, we're working to promote open data sharing and open neuroscience initiatives in the field. We're working to get researchers at different universities, institutions around the world to share their data, to pool their data together in order to create the large data samples that we need to actually make meaningful jumps.
This kind of open data sharing, along with the user-friendly tools that Michael's provided for analyzing the data, is expediting the pace of discovery in our field.
We're in the golden age of neuroscience. My uncle started the moonshot 50 years ago. It went to outer space. We need the race to inner space. I like what Child Mind Institute has done because it has helped accelerate not only the science and research, but also the translation of that science into treatments that can be brought to scale.
I think this is a particularly good investment because it can make a large impact. I like to be involved in philanthropy where I have a direct impact on the result. Clearly, the CMI brain scan project is exactly that. What they're doing is radically going to change kids' lives. I'm really glad to be a part of that.
What the treatment at CMI enabled her to do was what actually her psychiatrist had said might happen, which is that once the kids get a hold, they start to feel empowered, they will go beyond what you'd ever expect them to face as a challenge. And it was just great to see that.
What we really liked was that their approach was manualized, science-based. I really feel that if we hadn't found CMI, that Michael definitely would have been hospitalized again. And I think they saved our family.
I want to make sure that my grandchildren don't suffer the way my children did. I want to make sure that their children, my grandchildren's children, don't suffer. We can absolutely get to the bottom of this. We can absolutely make a difference. We have real science, and that gives us real hope.
We have the vision, the scientific building blocks, and the will. What we need now is the community-wide support.
The Child Mind Institute is leading the charge, and we need you to help us.